go from winter in Michigan to winter in Idaho, and that is because of stopping to see a friend. And I had mentioned this in previous videos, but I've been looking for a motorcycle and an off-road bike. Well, I found one. However, it's not running the best, and my friend here is awesome at this stuff, so he's taking a look at it, and we've been prodding around with it. So he's going to take a look at it, and that is why we are heading to even cold weather in Idaho, but I'm excited about it. Good morning. We are going to attempt to move today. So I've been parked outside my friend's for about 2 weeks now. I have not moved the bus since. It's snowed, melted, frozen, and it snowed again yesterday. We had a snowstorm, but we plowed, or he plowed, I didn't plow. But it's plowed now. I think I'm going to be able to get out. There's all ice under me, but I'm hoping we're heavy enough. But there's a couple things I want to do. I want to just fill up my diesel heater tank. I need to fill up my fuel tank, and I'm going to try to go to the gym. And I also have to go to the post office, which I will talk to you guys about in a little bit. I'm really excited about it. How are you feeling, Baba? You look sleepy. How are you feeling? You look sleepy and cold. But on that note, our diesel heater just ran out of fuel, so I'm gonna get the bus started and make some moves. This bus is a freaking beast. We did it. We have very little fuel, so we're going straight to the gas station. Whew, okay, it is 12 degrees out, but it's so beautiful, and it's like 9:30 in the morning, so it'll warm up a little bit today. But before I go and go to the post office and go grab some water and stuff, I think I'm gonna go to the gym first. I was gonna do it last, but I'm kind of antsy for a workout, and so I think that will make me feel good. And then this was the question I had for myself with being in the winter, is I wasn't sure how I would keep it warm in here when I'm not in here for the dogs, and I'm never not really away from them for too long. But I mean, I have a diesel heater, and so I was afraid to have that running when I wasn't in here, just because I have this weird feeling when I build things that at some point something's gonna go wrong, and I was just if something caught fire, I would never, forgive myself, whatever. Well, I had my friend talk me out of that mindset, and for one, diesel is super not explosive, which I never really thought about. But anyway, I've had the diesel heater running so much over the last couple weeks that it is solid. I feel good about it. So that is a question I had for myself. And if you guys are wondering when I'm going to be in places in the gym or whatever, I have my diesel heater on in the back, and it gets so toasty in here. The diesel heater was God's gift. I'm glad I installed that. I've never really spent many winters in the bus, so I never really fully needed it. I just use a buddy heater here and there, but with that, those aren't super safe. I don't feel comfortable sleeping with those on and stuff. So the diesel heater is a game changer. I feel I'll even be using it at certain times in the summer when it gets chilly at night, or to dry things. It's awesome. So let's get going. Get a little energy for the gym. It feels weird driving around, for one, because I drove the bus 3 days straight out here to Idaho, and then been stationary for I think 2 weeks today, and I haven't driven. I mean, I've gone in vehicles, but I haven't driven myself, so it's kind of a weird feeling. But I'm actually really excited to go to the gym and get a workout. Like I said, it's been 2 weeks since I have. It's gonna feel good to move my body. It's just so cold here. There's not really much to do. I mean, obviously there's winter activities, but I don't really have all my gear. Every day my plans change. I thought I'd be gone out of Idaho by now, and I'm still here, but I'm really having fun here, and it's been a good time. So we're just going with the flow. Going with the flow. Who would have known we left Michigan to go to a deeper winter in Idaho? But it's been really fun, and I'm happy I came. Okay, it's gonna be all cuddly. Be a cuddly white, go work out. Cutie pies. Cutie pies. I love you. I love you. Whew, okay, that felt good. Do a little sweat in. I feel completely out of shape, and it's not because I took like 2 weeks off. I think it's the elevation, and it's so cold here. I noticed I've been getting a little bit of a cold and feeling a little like shortness of breath, so it felt kind of good to move my body though. But holy tamale, it's warm in here. So I have the diesel heater set to like 62, but it is 75. And this is up here at the front, so the dogs in the back in the bed are even toastier. They look so comfy. Nice sleepy heads. I'm noticing winter bus life compared to summer bus life is super different. It's like, I mean, obviously you're trying to like keep it warm and keep the heat in, but I'm kind of digging the cooler weather because it just feels easier to keep the place warm rather than like cool in the summer. So I definitely think this summer I'm going to try to stay in like cooler areas, but we all know I love the water, so we'll see how that goes. I guess now is the time to tell you guys something I've been working on behind the scenes. I might have hinted towards it a little bit, but I started a new business venture, and this is something that was kind of long time in the making. I never actually thought I would do it, but I'm making hand-poured wood wick nature-inspired candles. Yeah, so how this started is I've always loved candles and smells and whatever, and I've gone through my phases because I know most candles like that you buy in the store aren't the best for you, and they're like overpriced and just, you know, that whole thing. So a couple years ago, as like a passion project for graphic design, I designed a branding for a conceptual brand that was like travel inspired candles, and that's when I first got the bus. Well, now that I've been traveling in the bus for 2 or so years, this is just really like manifested and just came to like fruition, and I'm so freaking excited about it. So that's why we're going to the post office, because I shared it on Instagram and I had a couple orders, so I'm so excited. Right now, I think I'm just going to be selling these on my website. They're available on my website. Link is in the bio. It's earthtokrissy.com/candles if you guys want to check them out. But I also want to get these into like markets this summer and into some really cool like handmade stores and be able to like gift them to people. So these candles are inspired by nature and travel and time spent outside in places you can go. So I want each candle to kind of, the scent to transport you to that certain place. And so as of right now, all of my smells are very earthy. They're not super sweet or any of that. It's clean soy wax poured by myself. I mixed up all of the scents. They are the cleanest I can get without doing essential oils. There's a whole reason why I didn't do straight essential oils. I'll go into that later, but this one is my favorite. It's Lavender Fields. It's lavender, sage, and juniper water. So it smells really like lavendery and earthy, but not too sweet. This one is PNW Forest, so it reminds me of being outside in Oregon and Washington. It's cedar, bergamot, and sandalwood. Coastal Breeze, so this one isn't like pina colada-ish. It's driftwood, juniper, and tobacco. Right now, I feel like a lot of my scents are kind of earthy and on the masculine side. And then I have a whole set that is for like manifesting and spiritual. So they're called manifesting. They're vanilla, nutmeg, and shea butter. But right now the options are rose quartz, green aventurine, or amethyst. But with these, I wanted these scents to be kind of more on the earthy, masculine side, really derived, inspired by nature. And I think this summer I'll come out with like a summer set that'll be a little bit more, less like fallish and winterish and more spring, summertime. So I'm really excited. I've gotten awesome feedback so far. I'm really, really excited about this. I feel like all of my creative endeavors are always inspired by nature and derived by nature, and that's like where my biggest creativity comes from. And so be able to like do this with my hands in like a different way than me making jewelry and being behind a computer and doing graphic design is really exciting.